KADYTV.com here at the Fusion USO Combine. Dylan, you were with the Fusion Club for the first 4 years they were in existence, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, could you tell us a little bit about your experience playing for the team?
Yeah, my first year with the team was the first year that the team was in existence, and you know, it was a great experience. We've always had a very competitive team every year. The Fusion has developed a reputation for just, you know, harboring very high level players in our area. So okay. every year I've been with the Fusion has been a great season.
Who are you playing with now?
I'm currently with the Wilmington Hammerheads in North Carolina. Yeah, USL Pro team. The coach is actually here in attendance today.
Okay, so could you explain to me what tier is Fusion in comparison to Wilmington, and how does that compare to MLS, for example?
Fusion is part of the PDL, Premier Development League. It's basically the highest level of amateur soccer.
Okay.
In the United States. USL Pro is a step above the PDL and one step below the MLS. So it would basically be like what the minor leagues is to baseball.
That's great.
And yeah, just like that.
Cool. So you're getting close to big time.
Yeah.
So how did playing for Fusion help you get to playing for Wilmington?
Playing for Fusion under Graham Smith, you know, he has a lot of connections everywhere. So, you know, his main focus is moving players on from the PDL up into the higher levels. So if you get in with the Fusion, you know, you put in the hard work, put in the time. The coaching staff will do everything they can to move you up into the higher leagues.
Great. Well, KADYTV.com. Thank you. KADYTV.com here. While we were taking a break, we were talking with Dylan about some of his upcoming goals. What are your goals for the future, Dylan?
My goals for the future, when I head back to North Carolina, to just better myself as a player. My ultimate goal is to get into the MLS or, you know, the highest leagues in any country, really. So okay. For this upcoming season, I'm just focusing on developing myself as a player, just, you know, doing what I can to help my team win.
Amazing. KADYTV.com. Thank you. KADYTV.com here at the Fusion USO Combine. I've got one of the players here, Jack. Jack, how do we pronounce your name?
Jack Avesian.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So currently you're playing for Wilmington, North Carolina, but previously you played for the Fusion. Is that right?
Yes, I played for the Fusion for almost 2 years, and now it's I'm playing for the Hammerheads, but it's preseason, so there's a month to get ready. And, yeah.
So when playing for the Fusion, do you have to be obviously excelling well to move up to a higher level team?
Yeah, I think Fusion gives you the opportunity to show yourself as a player, and you know, do your part individually, and then Fusion obviously gives you that opportunity to get to the next level, but it's always, you know, on the player to excel himself and to get to the next step.
Okay, so how does that work? Do you get scouted, or do you try out for the team, or do they?
There's several ways. You could try out. You could get on the. It's mostly a tryout.
Okay.
And then, obviously, the rest is, you know, on the player, on how he performs. Most players come from colleges and universities to play on the Fusion.
Okay.
To get an opportunity to get to the next level.
Do you have like any young? Can you have minors, like people under 18 playing, or so anyone who's good enough can play?
Anyone who's good enough can play.
And so, what position do you play?
I play mainly left wing, left midfielder.
And so, what exactly is going on here? What is the USO Combine?
It's like an opportunity for players that have played PDL and or have played in colleges, or, you know, other teams, or even professional MLS, who, you know, that try to get back into the professional level. It gives them the opportunity to get back, and, you know.
So it's not a tryout.
It's a tryout.
It is a tryout.
It's a tryout. It's more of like a combine. That's what they call it. Like select players instead of just an open tryout where anybody could come. You know?
Okay, so it's not an open tryout.
It's half and half, but
I
it's
see.
more of select players, I would say. Players who have experience instead of players who haven't played. You know?
Okay. So although you're playing for Wilmington, you're here today.
Yeah, I'm here today to help my coach out and whatever they need.
Oh, okay.
Just get some runs in, touch
Yeah.
the ball around.
That's great. Thank you. KADYTV.com. Hi, KADYTV.com here. When KADYTV.com here at the Fusion USO Combine. Got Dave, the head coach of the Wilmington Hammerheads. Dave, can you tell us for a second what exactly is going on here today? Why are you here?
Well, obviously, I'm from the Wilmington Hammerheads are in USL Pro, and we've been in business about 15 years. And last year, I had a relationship with Rambier and Graham Smith for quite a number of years, and we ended up with 5 or 6 players last year from this area, and particularly from the Fusion. And it's pretty expensive to go across the country, so we put our heads together and decided it would be easier for some coaches to come this way and look at the players, because there's a heck of a lot of talent in this area, and great facilities, great coach, and great coaches, and it's the whole package. And hopefully we can find some players this weekend that we can play at the next level in USL Pro. Myself. Mike Hanhauser from the Charleston Battery and Charlie Nemo from LA Blues. So there's 3 coaches from the USL Pro that are looking for players all the time, and this is a great vehicle for us to look at talent and hopefully take some players back to the seaside, the other side.
Yeah.
So and the facilities are fantastic. So, and the weather's terrible, isn't it? So,
yeah, it is.
But here we are. So, but just happy to be here, and hopefully we can find some players that can compete in the USL Pro.
Okay, so does a player have to be playing for the Fusion to get your interest, or can they be unsigned? Who are you looking for?
It's open book. Obviously, yeah. Myself, we Wilmington Hammerheads took 6 Fusion players last year.
Wow. We
had 6 Fusion players on our roster because we didn't do anything like this, but they had played for the Fusion. And I know that they'd been coached well. I know they're good discipline, else they wouldn't be here. So all them things taken into consideration, I knew what I was getting, and obviously it worked out. We finished with the 2nd best record in USL Pro last year, behind the Orlando Lions, who went on to win the whole thing. So when you're a young player, whether you go to college and you keep developing, it's who's been coaching you, that you give good habits, bad habits, professionalism, and so on and so forth. And I know that the players that would be in the Fusion would continue, they would be coached right, and they would be disciplined, and go from there. And that was a fact. As I said, I had 6 players last year, so it was very fruitful for us, that's for sure.
Great. So does Wilmington, have you sent any players into the MLS?
Yeah, over the years we've sent a few. We've got a few played in the Championship in England. Lots of different things. Players, from Uganda, all over the world, playing in the Scottish Premier Division. We've got Championship players, all kinds of divisions all over the world, and in MLS. So, but it's a challenge. Last year came to one of these and ended up finding the Rookie of the Year. So there is diamonds in the rough, but you've got to look. You got to look under a lot of stones and rocks or whatever. You never know where they're going to be. But if I have to give anybody a tip, I'll give the easiest way to find the players is to find their girlfriend. So I'm just then you know where they're at. So
all right,
thank you.
That's great. Thanks for the interview, Dave.
All right, thanks.
KADYTV.com.
Now, what are you going to do with it, Sam? Excellent, son, excellent. Well played. Well done. That's for a goalkeeper as well.